Okay, welcome everybody. I think we are live here at the Nice Micro League, and we are going to have some great matches for you, and for that I have my esteemed guest here, Topirello. How are you doing? Yeah, there will be. So one technical thing before we do much is that Kumbi forfeited all his games, so Hasta la Vista wins 3-0. And
Kumbo wins the sportsmanship award, I guess.
Yes, I guess we could say that. And so today we are going to have Khestral versus Gym Raynor in our semifinals. But before that, we go to the bottom bucket. And the Darázs versus Krautz Alajos. The winner will go forward to play for, I guess, places 12 to 13. Yes, and the loser goes to play for 14th and 15th places. So, Jade is our first map. In the Nice Micro League, that is a Zerg favored map in Zerg versus Terran 4-2. Darázs, as a Zerg player, has 2-3 versus Terran, and Krautz Alajos has never won a game versus Zerg. So, do you have any predictions here, Topirello?
Actually, last week we trained together and he won a game against Zerg, but that Zerg was me. So I think if he uses the strategy that we eventually raised there, he has a chance to strike.
Ah, I see. That's that sounds good. So there is some discrepancy in their Nice Micro League points. So Darázs has more than 400 points advantage here. I don't remember what are I know equal score would mean, of course, 50-50, but I don't remember what are the other here. But I would say that the numbers would give Darázs overwhelming chances here. But of course,
it can be chalked up to the fact that he's actually winning some games.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that is true. All right, so first game is going to be on Jade. 4-player map with reverse ramp, which is low ground for the main and high ground for the expansions. And so if you are ready, let's get into our first game here. And let's see how it goes.
Tell me when to start.
All right, let's roll the intro and let's get into the first game between Darázs and Krautz Alajos. All right, so we are in the game, and Darázs is at the bottom right position with Krautz Alajos in the bottom left blue Terran. So, is the strategy you practiced involve anything crazy in the beginning of the game?
Well, what helped Krautz was actually is that I, the Zerg, expanded very greedily, and he quickly got a few marines and started walking there and blasting. So that's what worked for him. Just sitting in his base trying to develop probably won't work because Darázs will macro him. So I think if Krautz wants to win this match, he needs to win this quick.
Yeah. Okay, Tapiralo needs to be a bit louder. Alright. I will try my best here for it. The volume controls.
But you saw it, I don't have to shout, right?
Yeah, you don't have to shout.
Because I won't.
So the Zerg is not... Is it playing... Yeah, he is playing greedy here, I think, because there is an overlord.
No strategy or anything.
Okay, so overpool. That's not that greedy, but also not exactly the most...
As I remember, it's more of a Hydralisk band than a Mutalisk.
Yeah, I think...
So that could probably work.
Yeah, so when he played against me, mostly his Hydralisk builds worked better than the Mutalisk builds. So, unfortunately, Krautz Alajos is scouting in the wrong direction. Okay, so Darázs is going to fast expand here after the spawning pool. We're going for the gas. And Krautz Alajos is buying the SCVs very well.
Yeah, I mean, it could work for the Terran better maybe if he checked how to build a wall to wall off his natural, because in the middle game, expanding to the natural might be trickier if Zerg has some units there.
Yeah.
But he decided to rather wall up in the starting main base.
Yeah, so that is a nice SimCity here that will give the Marines some...
Yeah, there is some system to the chaos here in the Terran camp.
Yeah, because the Zerg will approach from the top.
You cannot assault this base.
Yeah, Zerg units will come from the top, so that building placement makes sense here. We will chase the Overlord, and the 6 Zerglings are approaching while... Oh, the Zerg is...
Overlord barely escapes.
Yeah.
Safely.
But the Lings are in the base and all the Marines left the SimCity. That is not good.
Oh, that could actually be a problem if you're not microing them between the gaps in the buildings or something.
This Marine barely so... Okay, he is fighting with the SCVs instead of the Marines, which is strange.
Yeah, that's really not looking good. Not looking good at all, what I'm thinking. Very delayed action by the Marines, but finally it seems that they got the situation under control, but lots of civilian casualties were
Yes. We lost quite a few SCVs here, so down to 7 SCVs. And more Zerglings are being made. And the Hydral is done, and Lurker... Oh, he's already going for the Lurker tag. Yeah, so I don't really know, like, why are the Marines over there when the SimCity is over here? And you need to buy more...
For some reason, I think he expects the attack to come from the east, while it is going to be obviously coming from the north.
Yeah. Okay, so we have 2 Marines in the bunker.
Just there because there is a gap in the line of buildings, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so Zerg is messing Zerglings at the natural. Lurker aspect is about halfway done.
Coming down, show the battle.
Yeah. Wow, the Marines go and fight in the front again. Yeah, this is good. This is much better.
Great defense.
This was a better engagement here. Problem is the Terran is still at 7 SCVs.
Yeah, I mean, this could be decisive economic difference in a high-level game, but I think in this league nothing is decided at this point.
Yeah, we have 3 Hydralisks building and the Lurker aspect is almost finished, so... We will need some detection, but still no comset.
Can we check what he is researching first for the Hydralisk? I don't know how to check that.
He did Lurker first, so there is no Hydra upgrade.
He directly gone for lurking. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so finally we have medics. That is okay, and the comset station is being built.
Interestingly, he didn't even claim the gas on his natural expansion, even though the mining operation is fully going.
Yeah.
Is it a normal strategy?
I think Zerg needs a lot of gas, so...
Yes, that's why I'm surprised. I mean, lurkers ain't come cheap.
Yeah. Okay, this is good. If the medics go first, that would be better, but... No, lurkers!
No. This is a very, very tricky unit composition to handle, and I think this task got the better of Krautz.
Yeah. Those lurkers were borrowed
Medics escape with their lives.
at the best position. Marines, team.
Lurker stands at a position where it is untouchable, basically.
Yeah, and GG is called here. So Darázs takes the first game. Yeah, unfortunately the first engagement was not good for Krautz Alajos.
Yeah, it seems that for the early Ling aggression he was unprepared and this decided.
Yes, it seems like that was the issue there, that the Marines were not placed, like one Marine was chasing the Overlord, and then when the Overlord got out of sight, then suddenly 2 other Marines went there, which was not the correct decision, I guess. So next map is going to be Aztec. 3-player map with similar layout in terms of the low ground base, main base and high ground expansion. This is even more Zerg favored in the Nice Micro Leauge. That's 7-2 in Zerg versus Terran. So, well, Krautz Alajos will have to do something here.
Yeah, I have to say that these statistics, whether a certain map favors a certain race, I think really meaningless, because first the sample size is very small and it really just depends on who the better player is. I think here the map specifics rarely decide anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to have, but I wouldn't pay too much attention to those statistics.
Yeah, I guess you can use them for some confirmation bias. That's what statistics are best for, to always find the one that confirms whatever you already believe the case is. Okay, so did you load up the replay?
Yeah, I have it ready.
Alright, then let's roll the intro and let's see if Krautz Alajos can pick up a win on the next map here. Alright, so we are here. Krautz Alajos starts at the, what is this, 8 o'clock position, and Darázs is at 12 o'clock. Is there going to be any difference in the build orders here? Let's see. Will Darázs try to go for some more greedy opening.
Well, why would he? I mean, why change what's work for him?
Yeah, I guess that is one way to do
There
it.
is no pressure on Darázs to change his strategy.
Yeah, and he is scouting in the correct direction. I don't know. Oh, Krautz Alajos is going to wall here. The SCV is already out in the natural.
Yeah, that's a welcome difference.
Yeah.
Especially if you check before what is the pixel perfect placement of the wall.
Yeah.
So you use that whale carcass or whatever, which I think is unpassable for his wall.
Ah, this one. Yeah, yeah. I don't think that is there. Okay, so spawning pool after Overlord again. And the SCV scout is also going in the correct direction, so that now they will find each other. And the barracks is getting placed. I am not sure if the barracks should be on top of the supply depot. I don't know exactly the terrain.
You are not a Terran expert.
Not really.
This player, so.
Okay, so again, the expansion is going to be.
In training games, he managed to absolutely bamboozle me with some wall builds, so I have trust.
Okay, so he steals the gas, which is something I don't see
He's
often.
not really mining. He has some idle SCVs up to this point. He's really thinking about that build.
Yeah.
Or the reconnaissance mission also.
Yeah.
So he figured out that the Zerg already moved out to the natural.
Yeah.
And is fighting him with this SCV.
Can he cancel? Will he cancel? Okay, he cancels the gas. Very good. But now Darázs got put off balance and the Lings are not going to attack, or at least they stayed there for a few seconds.
Yeah. I mean, with Terran, it's not that easy as with Protoss to just ask for a building to appear there. You actually have to actively build it, so it's not that good of a strategy.
But this gave Krautz Alajos enough time to prepare his defenses, and his defenses are in a much better shape.
Enough room in the wall to go around upwards that bunker. We will see very soon. Oh no!
Yeah.
He just runs into the line of fire. That's also an option.
Yeah, only a single Zergling could attack the bunker from this angle, so that was a good placement. But now we have
like that hole above the barracks. I think Zerglings might be able to pass through there, you know?
Yeah, they should be able to, yes, if they really want to go around. But I don't know.
I mean, that would be immediately a problem, I think.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, and an engineering bay is being built already.
What is it? Is it for the towers, right?
Yes, missile turrets. And the academy in the main base. Gas mining
Which is for medics, right? Yeah.
Yes, and the hydraulics then is done, lair is being made. So I guess it's going to be the same strategy. Okay, are these Marines going to aggro the Lings?
Oh.
Yes!
Cheeky.
No Lings died at the moment.
It seems Krautz is finding some confidence by engaging these micro battles.
Yeah. Why is he flying those barracks? Oh, maybe he's going to put down command center? Maybe.
Yeah, it could be that it originally blocked the placement of second command center.
Yeah, this missile turret is not really at the best position against lurkers, but it's not bad either.
But I mean, he should be expecting mutas as well, because he does not have any intel on the Zerg main.
But now he spent all his money on something somewhere else. So now, some turrets in the main base. And again, lurker aspect is being upgraded in the hydrogen.
I think his marines are now overextending, because if they are attacked by Zerglings, he has like a single second to pull them back.
Yeah.
If he's not looking, they will be lost.
Oh, but he's moving
Where
out.
are they going?
And
Yeah,
the
it was
links.
the same thing he tried against me, but like 2 minutes later. So
Yeah, without medics, this will not achieve much because there is already a sunken.
I mean, it could be a game-changing move, but not in the way he plans.
And they meet at the worst possible position, but the Hydralisks are not attacking!
Okay, it worked out for some reason.
Yeah, Hydralisks were being sent with a move command and not attack move. But now there is a sunken, so that's bad. And now the Marines have to fight the Lynx. But the Lynx are coming in a single file, but yeah. That was not good for the Terran. He should have waited for the medics, and this engagement would have looked a lot different.
Yeah, I mean, there is merit to the strategy, this single file stuff, which I always tell my students to upload their homework this way.
Yeah, right, single file. It's better than a lot of different files. I agree. But now 3 lurkers have morphed. And the link flood is being prepared, so let's see how it goes. Is there any other tech for the Terran? No, but the Terran is up in SCVs, which is nice.
Yes, I'm looking for a factory and not seeing any. You can't either, right?
Yeah.
Factories.
Factory is good
Factory.
versus lurkers, that's for sure. Okay, so where will these lurkers burrow? That's the question. Okay, slightly out of range. And they will take this depot.
Yeah, the supply depot. I mean, Zed technically can win just by packing there and taking control of the entire map.
Yeah.
So there is no pressure on him to attack now.
I think that scan was premature, but he is repairing the...
He wasted all those Zerglings, that's a whole lot of Zerglings, but at least the Lurkers were able to march forward by like 2 or 3 units. He
can see the Lurkers, but the Marines don't have range yet, so they cannot shoot. Oh, finally he got the range. He got the Marine range. Oh no!
And Khatchakin is here, by the way.
Oh.
So he might join us for commentary.
That's very good. And GG, unfortunately, is called, I guess. It was good. The only problem was that the Marine range came at 1 second too late. And he was not repairing the bunker.
That was the only thing.
Well, I guess not the only thing, but one of the major problems. So, Khatchakin, is he in the video chat? I don't see him yet.
I don't see, but he should be around any minute.
In that case, we might just wait for a second here before we go into our third and maybe final game, or maybe Krautz Alajos.
I don't think.
We'll do something.
It's getting better and better every game.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, this was much better than the first one, that is for sure. And the next... Okay, so something is happening here. I can hear some static. And... see some orange thing instead of... Can I switch? Okay, so we are waiting for Khatchakin to get into the video chat, I guess. Yes. And do you have camera? Or are you going to be orange? Orange blob. Did I? Okay, so while we are waiting, the next map is going to be Eclipse, 2-player map. It is kind of a, I guess, classical layout with a high ground for the main, low ground for the expansions. And there are 4 ways to go between the 2 main bases. And there is no way to switch lanes between them. So once, or maybe 5, because you could like go this way even through this expansion. But yeah, there is no way to switch between these lanes. So once you started going down one, you have to go around or go full on that way or go turn back fully. I guess.
So is it like a Dota map? Or
yeah, I guess it's kind of like that. So some people complain that this is not good for Terran. But anyways.
So, I mean, I heard Katya for a second, but then nothing.
Yeah, he also muted himself, so I don't know what is exactly going on over there. And now he is not here. Oh, maybe
Hello,
not.
everyone. Can you hear me
Okay.
now?
Hello.
Hello, we
Hello,
can hear
Katya.
you.
Great. Well, hello, viewers.
Hello. And
Over some exciting games.
yeah, just
You are
wondering.
kind of quiet, but we hear you.
Yeah, I will have to balance the volume here a little somehow. Okay, can you speak? Speak.
Hello, like speak the Hungarian rapper.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Hungarian rap music. Until
Is that the guy who said, I just want a piece, or isn't it the guy?
Something along those lines, yeah.
Okay, so now third game. We are getting prepared for the third game here. And what do I need to... So Katyakin, you don't have a working camera, right? Is that correct? Or I don't know.
Yep, that is correct. It's not plugged in.
Okay, then you will keep being the orange blob, I guess. I don't know why is it just like a orange, but I can just fix Tapirello to always be on screen, and then we don't have to worry about that.
Well, it will seem like if I'm saying all that smart comments.
Yes.
That will really improve my perception.
Yes.
In this league.
All right. So, are you guys ready for the third game?
Go.
All right.
Do you have it paused at 0 second? The third game.
Yeah. Oh, I accidentally exited this. So, what is it? Round 3, Krautz versus Darázs on Eclipse. So, okay, let's, if everyone's ready, then let's
Ready?
roll the intro and let's see how it goes. And people tell me in the chat how the audio is, and maybe we can fine tune it if we need to. All right, let's go. Okay, so we are back in the game, and we have Krautz Alajos on the top right position, and Darázs at the bottom left. So let's see, is there going to be any change in strategies here? Okay, I hear the chat says everything is okay now, so thanks for the Thanks for telling me. All right, so what is this going to be? Is this going to be another overpool?
I mean, if the previous two was dead, then I guess probably, yeah.
Yeah, that was Overlord, spawning pool. Yeah, Overlord again. And then Zerglings, and then... Or was it... I guess the expansion was before the Lings.
That Overlord Scout is kind of weird. On this map, you normally send it to the middle of the opponent side, and then you
yeah,
can get to the natural.
It's on a single enemy base. I'm not sure if Darázs is aware of this fact.
I don't know. I've seen like Darázs do this exact thing 2 times already. So maybe he just never realized that this is a 2-player map. Because you can see the second Overlord is going to the bottom right.
I mean, the first Overlord would be... I mean, if he scouts an SCV coming in from there, then he can be sure that there's a proxy. But other than that, not that much utility. And now, with Marines out, it may be difficult to get this second Overlord to the opponent's natural. But if he has map control, I mean, it was an 11 pool that I saw, but if Darázs has map control, then he's probably not worried about Overlord getting sniped.
Oh, he delayed this base quite a lot. He just welded the drone and just ran away. Very, very well played. Nice troll move. But the hatchery is finally down, and 6 Lings
Why
are
was
being
there 2
made.
drones down then anyway? I don't understand.
I don't know,
Wanted to
because
send one scouting.
I think he wanted to fight the SCV. Because the SCV has more health.
I think he forgot that this is a 2-player map. That's why he went upwards.
Is there going to be a bunker somewhere? Okay, so 6 Lings are coming. There is single Marine on the ramp. I guess there will be 3 Marines, 2 Marines on the ramp by the time the Lings get there. Oh no, the Lings are going to the bottom right. I think he never realized this is a 2-player map.
Yeah, he definitely did not check the layout.
But this is like, I can see him doing this 2 times already. And I always talked about it in the
I mean, I also tricked him in Troy by closing the gates, and he just stood there with like, I know, 20 Hydraisks trying to go in. But the point is that if he arrives now, it's also going to be okay if he does find the ramp afterwards.
Yeah, I guess.
So far did not.
Yeah, he can absolutely take this fight, 6 Lings versus 3 Marines. Okay, now let's go.
Okay, no, the Marines are being positioned good. Yeah, and this time that he spent with looking for the entrance is actually
It's paying off quite well.
decided, I think.
Yeah. But he's already on 3 bases, I guess, or at least started the 3rd base, droning up. But Krautz Alajos has 18 SCVs, which is very good.
Yeah, I mean, had Darázs just sent those Lings attack move across the board when they hedged, we would be looking at the next game by now. I think.
Yeah, I guess so. Nice. A lot of Marines there. And finally medics are being made. And he is making this engineering bay very early.
But at the same time, what Zeg lacks in map understanding, he makes up for it in expanding. So
I guess.
already has the 3rd base up and running.
So very early eBay, but it seems to be for turrets because upgrade hasn't started.
Yeah.
It's not on the eBay yet.
And okay, so Steam is almost done. So Steam is, I guess, done now. Will he upgrade Marine range now a bit earlier than last game? Because that was a big problem last time, that he got the Marine range quite late. Okay, he started the upgrade. Very good.
And now it would be a very strong push timing with the Marines.
Yeah.
4 medics.
This looks very strong.
8-9 Marines, that would be very strong. He could just go right now.
Yeah, I agree. But he does not move.
Oh, no!
No, he is moving. Let's go. I hope he actually goes. Yeah, and he goes across the map.
Die,
But he
Overlord.
left behind 2 Marines. That could be important. 4 Marines now are staying behind.
That's good for counterattack, I guess. But, like, defense against the counterattack.
That's definitely intentional.
Okay, now all the Marines are going across the map. And the 2 sunken colonies, is that going to be enough?
I don't think he can breach this, but he could take easily the 3rd base if he realized.
If he knew, yeah, where to go.
But that's not at all obvious, of course.
Even if he doesn't get the 3rd base, it's already beneficial to make the lurkers sort of leapfrog forward instead of going right up to his face. He's going for it, actually.
Yeah, this is going much better than I expected, actually.
There are a lot of medics.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes the chance.
Why I did... Okay, the lings are just running around, I guess. That does not help. Well, nice positioning for the Marines.
Yeah, he wanted to take out some civilians, but
Oh, the lurkers are there! Shoot the lurkers! Okay, he wasted the scan because lurkers forgot to borrow anyways. But it's still better
looking
than
great.
the opposite, I guess. And Krautz Alajos has 1,000 minerals in the meantime.
Darázs is panicking by placing Sankers in the main that he should not
Yeah.
have.
A lot of Sankans in the main.
Well, he still has the 3rd base to act as basically his 2nd base now.
Krautz could actually just go around to the back of the mineral line.
He's
figured
doing
it out.
that. Alright.
Oh, and then he figured it out.
Ah, well done.
Taking some cheap shots from the Sankan. It's actually amazing strategic play.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the medics are left outside alone.
But Darázs is not mining right now.
Oh, but there is barely, yeah, there's single drone mining.
But he has the chance to move his drones from the main to the 3rd base, but
Yeah, there is nothing out to fight. A single lurker is coming. Oh no, 2 lurkers. Okay.
why is he not moving over those drones? Why is some of them?
Will there be a scan? Okay, there is a scan. Yeah, but the lurker spines are too good.
Yeah. So with that, the Zerg takes back control, but I think Terrano has a really great chance.
Oh, it's 22 SCVs versus 14 drones, and we have 800 minerals in the bank. Oh, and there is still a marine there. How do I...
One marine stayed alive.
But unfortunately, he was shooting at the lurker with the more health, so... couldn't take the lurkers out.
And now we have 8 Marines moving up.
Yeah, that is... not a good idea, yeah.
Moving up and straight to heaven, they are moving. Yeah.
There are no medics, that is a problem. And, okay, so... factories are being made, or we have 2 factories rather, and... still only 2 barracks. The Zerg is in defensive mode.
There are
Terran...
2 forcing at the 3rd base. Actually, if those 4 lurkers and 6 things just moved up in front of the Terran, I think he could easily take the natural.
Yeah.
Because there's no bunker, no medics.
Yeah, no medics, that's a problem. Okay, he queued up 5 medics in one of his barracks, so that is good. He's getting an armory. Interesting.
This is still expecting attack from air. That's so far.
I guess so. Okay, so Darázs can reclaim the natural finally. So Krautz Alajos could just put down like 3 or 4 more barracks here, I guess. Even if he's going for tanks, he has a lot of money. At this point it doesn't really make sense playing defensively, but I guess maybe the Zerg will just try some desperate attack and die.
Just giving a reason for him to play defensively, because he is sending an army across the board.
Or at least, like, stop somewhere in the middle of the map. Okay, Scan goes down into the main, and he can see a Queen's Nest just starting.
I mean, that shouldn't really surprise him.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think for Krautz, I think he doesn't know about the third base, so I think he thinks he's in a much better position than he actually is in.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still in a great position. The other people know, but not as much better as he's probably thinking.
Wow, that lurker shot was too good. And that lurker just survives with 3 health.
Oh, and tanks finally there. And he blocked the way for his infantry to move out of the ramps with the tanks.
Okay, so Darázs is going to reclaim the natural. Krautz Alajos is 33 SCVs. That is very nice for, I guess, 2 bases. That's kind of okay. And the armory is upgrading. Does he remember that still there is a lurker over there, or will he just figure that out when...
What is he even upgrading there?
Tank attack. Marine attack is already done. The lurkers, I don't know, see, what is the Zerg upgrades status? I don't know.
And more lurkers are arriving.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And they got blasted by the tanks.
Yeah. Started blasting. Okay, we are at 2,400 minerals for the Terran. And he still doesn't think he should move out.
I think he's only going to have more money than this going forward.
I think the worrying point for Terran that Hive is halfway done and the starport hasn't even started. So I think if Zerg just delays enough for Darksform with lurkers in front of the Terran, it won't. I mean, at this point, Terran was at 33 SCVs versus, I don't know, 13, 16 drones, and now it's 33 to 34. So now Zerg economy is absolutely recovered, booming. May even have enough money for ultras.
Yeah.
Yes, so I mean, once Dark Swarm start to appear regularly on the map, it's going to be very painful for the Terran.
Yeah.
For sure.
He needs to move out. Like, he has a nice army to move out with. The Zerg does not have anything army-wise at the moment. But he is getting up economically. Is the Terran going to start a third base? Oh, he's very, very careful. He needs a science vessel if he wants to be this careful, instead of scanning all the time.
Ultra's Caverniers has been started in the Zerg main.
Oh. Okay, so there will be a Terran third base. So we are going to have a Terran third base from Krautz Alajos.
But we also think a Zerg forced base.
That is fine, I think.
Okay.
Like 3 to 4 is absolutely playable for Terran. Problem is that why don't we have more? Okay, he's building factories and no barracks, no starport. You need the science vessel.
Darázs is also pumping upgrades from two Evo chambers, where Terran has stopped at 1-1.
Yeah, that is going to be a problem.
That's a problem. He's showing no signs of going for a science vessel.
Yeah,
Or does he? No.
I don't
Also,
see.
Ultra armor is coming. So when Zerg hits 3 upgrades versus 1 attack from Terran, it will be very, very easy to just chew up the Terran forces. Although there are a lot of tanks, it has to be said.
Yes.
And any counterattack would be faced with a bunch of shelling from the high ground. So
Yeah. Okay, where did the scan go? He scanned the natural. Sees the 3 sunkens, no lurkers there. Oh, these marines were Khestral.
Go around each other, the two forces.
Okay, a bunch of lings going for a pincer maneuver, I guess, is going to.
Medics are completely in wrong position,
Yeah.
guarding a tank.
Okay, the scan was nice. But more controls and more lurkers coming. Yeah, the Ultralisk armor is just crazy.
It seems Zerg was able to throw enough units on that battle.
Yeah.
clean up on IO5.
But the Terra still has 3,000 minerals and half that in gas.
But only mining single SCV from the 3rd base. Okay, so he is moving some of his SCVs, but is not making new ones. I guess the main is almost mined out already, so.
Overlord drop has been researched. I wonder if he has overload speed, because if those 2 upgrades are there, I guess we'll see a bunch of ultras being ferried into the Terra main pretty soon.
I think a drop won't be needed. I mean, he can just buy lots of Ultralisk and Zerglings and send them in until they go through. That would work, I think, with this economy.
Okay, so Overlord
That's why I
is
play late games
upgraded now. Yeah, I agree, he doesn't need it. But he has drop, but doesn't have Overlord speed. So it's just slow drop Overlord right now.
And it doesn't even have the Scorpion fella, whatever what was called.
The Defiler.
With that, but it's, yeah, that one. That would help here to make it more elegant, but I think they can go in without that.
I mean, there is a lot of splash damage from the tanks. But there is no Marine Medic at the 3rd base, so that's kind of... The Marines are coming, but there are Ultralisks now.
Darázs is also going for 2 upgrades. Actually, more than 2 first downs. So he's really keeping on top of the upgrades.
Now tower defense mode activated. How many Ultralisks died here? Like 7? Oh, and counterattack. Mech counterattack while the Zerg eats the command center at the 3rd base.
Counterattack is not going to be enough.
And the Zerg now also has 2,000 minerals, so, or almost 3,000. Will these lings escape? I guess some of them will. Oh no, lurkers! Lurkers! No! The lurkers!
It's
Actually, it's a pretty good reaction on the scan.
Yeah, the scan was a bit slow. This counterattack could have been much better if those lurkers got spotted. But the lack of science vessels is now really start to be an issue. But I guess Zerglings melt quickly under siege tank fire, at least. Now the problem is that Krautz Alajos needs to get out to at least to the third base. His main is mined out. He needs to, the starport, lack of starport is a problem that he cannot upgrade his army, his mech army now.
I see.
Because he already has the 1-1.
And he lacks the mobility to move out to a new base. That's the problem. Because his army is moving rather too sluggishly, I think.
He's sending a single tank to the third.
And that should do it.
Okay, but the third Zerg is deciding to kill a bunch of its units here. If you go up to the high ground, siege is up. Sends a few more units. Yeah, this is not gonna work if you make them aggro into you.
Why are they even that hard for an empty base?
That tank sieged up and then died.
No, they went up and there's nothing there.
Yeah. But now we have like 6 siege tanks trying to go down the ramp. Decent, like 3 marines with 4 medics. Okay, there are
That's
actually...
a secret on the east of the map that neither player has even discovered.
yeah.
Okay, one such expansion.
Okay, that was a good engage for the Terran. Because Zerg is going for the 5th base, that is a problem.
Spire has finished for Zerg, so we haven't seen the drops yet. But maybe he's thinking of switching it. But he can't. Yeah, but he has 9%. Oh, actually, that's action happening for it. Those are probably enough.
This is a good again tower defense.
Oh, they just melted.
Yeah.
They all melted.
Everything is covered in blood, in red goo. If the Terran sieged up, like
finally, some mutas in the middle of the map.
yeah, if the Terran just sieged up like in between the second and the third base, he could have done something, I guess. But anyways, he's going to mine out his natural soon, and the Zerg is up in minerals now, making a lot of mutalisks. We already have like, what is that, 12? 6 more are getting made, and not many Goliaths. Oh, that's an interesting thought, sieging up the tanks there. What is... okay, it's a double starport. Mutalisks are flying in and are faced by bunker and 2 turrets. A few Goliaths.
There are few Goliaths after some Mutas.
This is going much better for the Terran than what I was expecting.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting him to mine out his natural.
But I mean just the Mutalisks. Like a lot of Mutalisks already died.
Oh,
No, the factories are not running for some reason, so no Goliaths are being made.
He's in raids, actually.
Oh, raids!
Really cloak. It is already over with speed. Of course, it may not
also
know
the
that.
starport was for the rest, not for the sciences.
Tanks running away.
Like a random multi just wandered into the battle.
Yeah. Okay. The Terran mined out.
But is he going to drop all those links to the main? That could be devilish to drop them on the siege of tanks.
One more try for the users, but there's still too many tanks.
Oh, and the invisible boys showed up on the screen.
Oh, but there are a lot of overlords over there, so...
Wow, and the game will continue. The attack has been defended. There's no mining, but still there's 2,000, 1,000 mines to spend.
Yeah.
Also, Terran can just switch to CCs.
Yeah, he could just fly the CC over there.
Zerg is at 3 free upgrades and 5 free for the ultras, so only
Oh,
tanks can be those ultras at this point. Fortunately, there's a lot of them, so
yeah.
at least there's that.
That was weird. The Wraiths shot at the Ling. Now Hydralisks are coming.
There's absolutely nothing on the Terran surface, but both players focusing on that specific region, trying to control it.
Yeah. The Terran could just send out an SCV to the bottom right corner and he could have just mined there without Darázs ever noticing anything.
Is this wave finally getting through Terran defenses?
So it's finally getting thin.
The Hydralisks finally defeat the turret defense.
It's over. Great showing by Krautz.
Yeah.
Actually, great game by both players.
Okay, so the Wraiths versus Ultralisks. And they killed an Ultralisk with a Wraith, so that's interesting.
That's massive.
It's really 3 damage.
Alright, so Darázs takes the third game, 3-0, but very well
It
played.
is epic. Exactly half an hour.
And Krautz Alajos could have won if he moved out better in the beginning with his army after he already decimated the Zerg. Okay, so what do we have here? Is Krautz
Before we
Alajos...
move on, can we check the sound levels? Because when Katja's speaking, I hear him only very, very quietly.
But I try to balance the two of you, so
Okay.
I took your volume down for that reason.
Okay, so the viewers are hearing well then.
I think the viewers should hear
That's fine.
both of you equally. So, Darázs will play whoever wins the Kovi versus OK Sure game, and Krautz Alajos will play against the loser. And so we are moving up to the top. Khestral versus Gym Raynor. We start on Aztec. Zerg versus Random. So, we have a Zerg expert here, so Katjakin, the floor is yours.
So, I mean, it's Zerg versus Random, and I think it's always kind of uncomfortable for Zerg, because, I mean, there are openings you can use for all matchups, but it's if Jim has planned for the opening, which will probably be Overpool from Khestral, I think he can, all three races, Jim can get ahead in the early game. Now, it remains to be seen how good the transition will be after that possible early game advantage. But anyway, I guess you'll see.
Yeah, so Gym Raynor's play mostly focused on kind of doing some early aggression to push the opponent off balance. I don't know how well that plays against Khestral, but I guess we will see. So, did you load up the map, or the replay rather?
Yep. I'm ready.
Alright, so, first game in the first round of the semifinals. Best of 7, so this might last long. We'll see. So let's see how they started. Let's get into our first...
It shows that Katja just left the game. I'm not sure. Are you ready?
I am ready. I just loaded it up again.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, you can see that on Battle.net, I guess. Alright, let's roll the intro and let's see what's going on. Okay, so we are in the game, and the bottom left position is Khestral, the bottom right is Gym Raynor Protoss, and as we know, the strongest race is Random Protoss.
Is it really?
I don't know if it's...
is the best.
I don't know if it's true versus Zerg also, but...
Do you think he will try a proxy to gate?
I don't.
That's an Artosis thing, right? The strongest is Random Protoss.
I think that was from King P, actually.
Oh.
I think
Great
Artosis...
philosopher of this game.
Artosis just thinks Protoss in general is the strongest.
The pylon at the natural, forward pylon, probably, well, either to make a natural wall or to make some forward gateways.
Yeah.
But isn't that the normal place to put your first pylon? Always put it there.
Versus Zerg, yeah. I mean, you could play on one base, but with the reverse ramp, it probably makes sense to try to hold your high ground.
Yeah. What is strange is that he put this pylon a little too back. I should have put it a little more forward, I guess.
I mean, that's what I did against Kovi, and I was unable to put down both gateways, so...
Yeah.
That's why I had to switch to my B strategy, that is cannon into carrier.
I see.
So that gateway placement, I think, leaves relatively few holes. Maybe between the gateways, there's probably one hole, and then to the left. But if it goes into a longer game, I think he can probably hold against the early link spot.
Both of them scouting in the incorrect direction first. And Khestral is going with a drone scout. This, I guess, because it's random, you kind of need to.
So it was an overpull into a hatchery on 12. So he's quite behind on links. He built an extra drone. So if Jim goes at once, I think he will have an army advantage. Although probably, maybe the second zealot.
Yeah.
So to be fair, Aztec has a very long rush distance.
Yeah. Okay, so 4 links.
What did Khestral change in strategy after finding out what his opponent is doing?
Okay, 6 links now.
Did he do any noticeable change in direction?
I guess he got
He's building more links.
Yeah, more 8 links now, so.
Look at that amazing arc formed by the Zergling. Perfect placement.
Two zealots and a probe can absolutely take this. Well, not so much with 8 links.
But now we have 3 lots, so.
Why is Jim bringing a probe along with this attack? What could be his plan?
That helps killing the links faster, because the 2 zealot hits and the drone or probe hits kill the link, so that you don't have to waste 3 zealot hits.
So now Jim, if he can take this position before the sunken comes up, then he'll be in a great spot.
Yeah.
He gets enough to up.
Surround is very good from the links though. And can he get into the base to scout at least? I guess, but there's not much to see yet. Oh, there is more links coming, nothing else, okay.
This actually went a lot better for the Zerg than I was expecting. It seemed a bit hairy for a moment, but
Yeah,
with the Zealots kind of switching focus between the sunken and links,
yeah,
killing neither.
yeah.
At least not at the time. It's looking good for
And he lets the links around the zealots, which is not good. You know, we have 3 zealots that are very hurt, and 1 which is not.
I think Jim can actually just expand. I mean, Zerg is doesn't have much tech, doesn't have a lot of hatcheries, doesn't have a third expansion.
Yeah,
There could be transition. Although Jim hasn't been building probes this entire time.
10 probes. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a problem. Maybe there's not much space to transition from this for him.
He has 250 minerals, so he could get the probes if he really wanted. And I guess he got 1.
Do you think that single sunken is going to be enough?
Yeah, I guess. Oh, maybe not. Barely.
Very close, very close.
Yeah, those zealots are very hurt. But I guess if there are no links remaining, then it doesn't matter that much. And 2 healthy lots are arriving.
I think Jim has this. This is the very best.
And now 6 zealots going into the main base. Huh?
Is it really necessary to risk going in? I mean, you could just pack them in the national.
Yeah, but there's nothing, the Zerg has nothing basically, so why not, I guess.
But once the Sunken finishes, with good drone micro, it's a lot of zealots to go. But
Yeah.
I mean, you look at forcing the drone micro is good.
Wow, that did not last long, that Sunken. A lot of drones died, only 9 drones remain.
Still only 13, 13 probe.
4 more zealots arrive.
And they can take down the natural hatchery if they
Yeah, but
want,
I
but they
don't know.
don't want that.
Probably better to just go for the drone.
Put them down, but that's probably better.
Yeah. That looks very bad for the Zerg now.
Yep. I mean, 3 hatcheries. He does have the production power to outproduce. I mean, even with 2 hatcheries, he could outproduce.
GG. Huge
Wow.
congrats to Jim.
Yeah, it was indeed well played. For Gym Raynor taking the first game with basically not doing anything else, just buying zealots and sending them in. And these races look hard. I've been migrating links and zealots. Welcome Kumbi to the chat. Maybe Gym Raynor will get the one true race in the next game and play Terran versus Zerg. So we are going to play on Troy, which is, as Topinello put it previously, the thinking man's map. So is there anything special to expect here from a Zerg versus random?
On Troy, specifically?
Yeah,
I mean, Troy is a weird map, so it's...
yeah,
I mean, there's always the risk of closing the natural off. So that probably favors... I think both players will probably try to take their own natural or force the other player off their natural. So I think that the struggle will be on can anyone get boxed in.
So the fight will be over the extractors or assimilators or what are those?
I mean, it could be, or maybe just both of them just expand and try to hold the natural.
Yeah. That's also a possibility. All right.
It depends a lot on the races, to be honest, because Zerg doesn't know what he's against.
Yeah.
And maybe getting random Zerg and going for a 5 pool, close it off. Well, I guess it wouldn't be great to go for 5 pool to close the estimators off, because then the close off player can just go for mutalisks, and the 5 pool will not have enough resources to transition. Anyway, it's a weird map. I have no idea what's going to happen.
Okay, so if you all loaded up the game, I guess, then let's roll the intro and let's see if Khestral can pick it up from here. Okay, so we are in the game, and the Zerg is on the, top left, and we have a Terran on the bottom right. So Kumbi can enjoy Gym Raynor struggling with the one true race here. So what's up with Terran on this map? I don't know. So
we expect to give the answer here.
So the rush distance from natural to natural is actually very short. So I think we have seen a lot of attempted sunken busts, but also if you're trying to bust a natural, you have to go up a ramp.
Yeah.
So it's difficult, but it's working, because if the Marines can arrive before the sunkens are done, and they are arriving very fast, then it can work. But it requires less sunkens for Zerg to defend because of the high ground.
Yeah. So what is the build going to be here? Terran on this map, RIP. Other maps, RIP.
We're actually seeing a 12 hatchery from Khestral. So
yeah,
not his usual opening. That's kind of risky against random, but it can absolutely pay off. It's playable versus all matchups, except I guess a 9 pooling Zerg would be a strong exception. But so it's a risk, but it seems that the risk is paying off.
Yeah, so Jim is actually building the barracks in the main. so he's not going to explicitly fight for the natural here, I guess. Or like
And
trying
in
to
a
hold the
few
natural.
seconds they will find each other. Oh no, they are going the wrong direction. So Khestral still has no intel on the race of his opponent.
Yeah, I guess they will meet at the top right position. If they see
And they meet now.
if they see the map.
Let's see if he changes direction in any way.
I mean, there's not much he can do at the moment. His spawning pool is not finished yet. The Terran just finished the first Marine.
It's way too late for a bunker rush, so I guess the next thing for Jim to do from 2 barracks is to go for an Academy Marine Medic push.
And also Jim cleverly denied the scouting
Yeah.
from his opponent, so he's still in the dark, not knowing how many barracks are there or whatnot.
Yeah. And he gets into the Zerg base. But we'll not see much, I guess, because Lynx stopped the SCV before getting into the main. Or at
Did
least.
he see the lair?
I don't think so.
Building?
So he did
Okay.
not reach the creep, so I don't think he could see the lair
So
from the
what
distance.
he could read from seeing the lair if he hypothetically saw that?
I guess Mutalisks.
I mean, he could see how much time he has before tech comes out, because if it's 3 hatcheries, so there's a 3rd base somewhere else, and the later lair, then he can build up more forces before attacking. But now he has to go sooner.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense. So the Academy is being put in the corner, which is, I guess... What?
Khestral forgot about a few drones a few seconds ago because they were hanging around under the overlord. He didn't see them.
Yeah. So Steam is being researched.
It's actually very late Academy and very late research time.
Well,
So
I don't
think
see
it's,
any medics, so it won't be useful until then.
I think
Actually,
Jim mixes
if
in
I
there.
remember correctly, in the original release of StarCraft had Steam pack but no medics, so
Yeah.
that was definitely one of the ideas for the game balance.
Yeah, so there is a lot of Marines. And the Spire is maybe 2/3 done. And he just scans the Spire, so... I guess now he knows exactly how much time he's left until the Mutalisks are incoming. The engineering bay is done, so he can start the turrets when he wants to.
Yeah, but for Sankans, the Terra has 0 chance of going past that, I think.
Yeah. That's a lot
No
of
way
something.
that he goes through that.
Factory is building, so I think he's trying to go for a Marine Medic tank. Try to bust the natural that way, but Mutas will be out, so it may be difficult to reinforce his position.
Yeah, this looks kind of impossible at the moment here for the Terran.
Yes, I favor Zerg here. I think the problems that Zerg has to solve to win the match are much simpler than the task facing the Terran.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, the Terran only has 2 turrets, now the 3rd is being built. But at least I guess these 2 turrets next to the barracks also cover much of the command center, so at least we have that.
So does he push it 1 tanks or 2, and can he cover the tanks while going up to the Sankans? That's I think those are the main questions, because Zerg has to avoid the tanks starting to shell the Sankans,
Yeah,
and that's basically it comes down to Micro Micro, and also how well the Terran is protecting the tanks.
okay, the Mutas are inbound. And they attack the base. Guess how many of these are? 5 Mutalisks, so he did not go into the 2 turrets. He just runs out and runs home with everything.
I mean, that few mutas can be deterred just by the towers. So
Jim is pushing with 2 tanks, so that's.
he even
That's
bought
the
5
power.
weapons, a single fire weapon. What's the point?
Does the Zerg know about the tanks? I guess he's in the factories, so
Great micro whittling down the marine forces.
yeah.
Do we have range for? Not yet. Range is not done for the marines. But that's probably.
Yeah, it will finish quite soon. Oh, he's bringing 2 SCVs. I guess that's for repair, right?
Also, plus one attack will be done soon for the tank. So once he has range and plus 1 attack, he can fight much more. That's perfect.
That's a lot of Mutalisks. Oh, and the tanks are up in the open.
And there goes the push. That was the
That was a
point.
decisive mistake, it seems.
Yeah, that he needed the tanks. Absolutely needed them.
Now I guess he can stand next to the missile turrets. Or additional Mutalisk deterrence or something. But now the Mutas are going to go into the main.
Zerg actually has 7 mutas in reserve and it's fighting with 7 mutas. So there's a lot more.
Yeah,
There's a lot more where that came from.
yeah, I guess.
And he even bought a one.
What does the Terran do from this position? I mean, the Zerg is still on 2 bases, so...
I mean, shouldn't he expand or something? Because one base is not going to be carrying him in the middle game.
Yeah.
Right.
He has the 3rd barracks now. And another tank is coming. Can he kill enough Mutalisks to save the tank here? I guess Khestral is just
As I said,
microing.
he is expanding.
Okay, so Jim starts the same idea here, but with a lower number of units, unfortunately.
A single tank, he is banking everything on the single tank.
There are 16 meters, actually 18 meters now. So just question of bringing them all in.
Yeah.
Where do you see these unit numbers? We will understand the I don't see these numbers.
I mean, drag a box and see how many meters there are.
Try to count
Oh, okay.
on your fingers. Well, I guess if it's 16, you cannot count on your fingers anymore. Yeah, this tank is not going to help against the Mutalisks, I guess. Yeah, that looks like GG to me.
Good idea from Jim, but he picked with a bit of mistake.
According to the plan, great. Alright, so Khestral takes it back 1-1. And the next map is another weird one. 76. What do you even do on this as random? I guess for Zerg this map is not that bad because both Hydralisks and Lings can go down the small tiny ramps between the main and the natural, but the natural only has minerals. You have to like slide a drone through the back gate in the beginning of the game to go to a gas base. I don't know, does anyone have any idea about what to do on this map?
I honestly don't remember what was the trick with that map. But is that the one where there is the hidden natural that you can do this?
Yes, there is like the stacked mineral in the next to your the main base in the beginning, which disappears after a time.
Yeah, I'm sure both of them will claim that, but other than that, I have no idea.
Yeah. All right. So, are you guys ready? And let's.
Yeah.
So I guess the best of 5 remains here after 1-1. Let's see who takes 76. Let's go. Okay, so top left, Khestral, top right, Gym Raynor. It's a Protoss versus Zerg.
They are not going to the hidden expansion.
Maybe they forgot.
They have a bit of time. I think about 50 seconds or so. They can no longer do it.
Yeah,
Right.
I always went there immediately because it gave me some time to do the trick.
Can he make it? Probably.
Khestral is trying the trick
Well,
and
very
goes
close.
through.
Oh no, he's stuck.
I guess like
This very. Yeah. I tried to make this. So a few times I played on this map. I tried to sort of time it out. It just gets through, but I failed it a bunch of times. So I just realized, okay, I go at 40 seconds or so. I don't try to go make it at 50.
But Jim didn't even try to do the trick.
No, he tried. He just failed.
He hit. Jim also tried.
No,
Jim didn't.
Jim
try.
didn't. Oh, he puts
I
down.
mean, but such a free gift if you do that. Why didn't he try at least?
But if you expand
May
there, how
not
do you
go.
protect your base? I mean, you have to.
I mean, just put a worker there and at one point start building. I mean, not immediately necessarily, but it's still so important, I think.
So it's
Putting
two gate versus delayed hatchery, and I think the pool was also a bit late. So I think this is a good starting position for Jim. Can he put some damage onto the Zerg?
Okay, so what is it? Okay, so yeah, the pool
I
is.
hope to see some excellent Zergling versus Zealot fight.
Yeah. Here, the single Zealot can just clog up this ramp.
Hopefully another crowd pleaser game.
But he does not know where to send the Zealots at the moment. So yes, he's going
Why?
towards the middle of the map.
Zerg is immediately putting down Sunkens. If those Sunkens get up, I think Zerg has defended. Yeah, Jim needed to scout where to go because this delay is
now
not
he
something
knows.
he could afford. It's too late. It's too late at this point.
Yeah,
Actually, he could just throw down an Nexus once he sees the two Sunkens. That's already some equal damage to Zerg. Also, there will be a bunch of links being made, so
yeah.
it could be playable for Protoss. Depends on how well he's transitioning. Maybe he just tries to force it.
Yeah, that's 4 Zealots is not enough. And another creep colony starts.
Who's the third colony? I think that might be an overkill that early.
Yeah, I guess the Protoss needs to transition into some more defensive play here. But he's also not that good economically at this point.
He could
Yes.
try going by, trying to kill the few links and go up that small ramp.
Yeah, that's an option.
That seems way too hard with these few many Zealots for me.
Yeah, also
I
if
wouldn't dare try.
if Khestral just brings a drone to
Yeah.
block, then it's over. So yeah, it's very risky.
And
But
the hidden base
the
on the
transition-
bottom left.
The transition of Gym from 2 gateways is to 3 gateways.
I guess that's
Trying to end it.
another tech building, another gateway.
But there's no lair, no tech, only sunken. So if he just went for some tech,
Oh, nice
So do you know
SimCity.
why this map has a neutral Zerg unit in the Protoss base? What is the point?
that's the place to build sunkens or creep colonies. You can build under it, so that there's creep. It's only there so that there's creep.
Oh, I see.
Also, you kill it and then build a sunken there?
You don't have to kill it, you just build a sunken. You can go under it.
Nice SimCity for the Zerg. Hydraulics then started. Protoss will need gas if the Hydras are coming.
Does he go for Zealot speed? Probably not. There's no core.
Yeah, that is.
Just Zealots.
Yeah, without
against that
speed, the Zealots are very bad against Hydralisks, though, so. But they are even worse against Mutalisks, so I guess the Zerg could go for Mutalisks. But the lair just started.
I like how he put the Hydralisk then front and center, so he's showing his decision.
I mean, it's SimCity, there are like 4-6 sunkers behind it soon, so.
Losing some links. That's not good, but I think he has way. Is it a second Evo chamber, 6 sunkens? No way.
I mean, the number of seconds that at this point I'm expecting a selection to carry.
What can the Protoss do here? Die, I guess, yeah.
I mean, wait for the mutants or wait for the lurkers. Hydras by themselves could probably. This is too many zealots.
Yeah. But now we have 2 links in the main base also. They just ran by, killed the probe.
The Protoss does not even have a cybernetic core, so he's really behind.
Yeah.
He can't build anything trickier than the Zealots now. That could be a problem, but he seems completely unfazed by this fact.
Spire started. So we have like, I don't know, 2 minutes before Mutalisks.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be hard to counter without a single unit or building that can shoot in the air.
Yeah.
And the
I guess Forge is started, yeah.
And the Zerg is on 1 gas right now. He's building the second one just now. So there won't be that many mutas, but still, it would.
The maneuvering from the Zerg is nice here, trying to sneak in. Will Jim just start to build cannons? Because he's also.
He needs some pylon to protect his mining operation.
Those cannons do not defend against mutas. I guess he saw the Hydras then, and he's expecting Hydras, but.
I mean, he's absolutely fine with the
Actually, Hydras are being built. 6 Hydras are being built right now. So.
Oh, the Zealots move out. The Lings start to move in. What will happen here? Oh no, the Zealots are too late. It Lings might catch 1 cannon. Okay, 1 Zealot blocking the ramp, so that's
very nice move by Jim.
That was necessary. Does Jim think about the Mutalisks now that he did not see any Hydralisks?
I mean, they should really just buy the Mutalisks. That would be the winning move here, instead of the Hydras.
I mean, we have a cannon in the main, at least, and the Stargate just started, but we already have like 3 Mutalisks being made. Okay, the Hydralisks, there are not that many.
Actually, if Jim went for Zealot speed and +1 attack, but I guess the +1 attack is like that, then suddenly he would have a very strong army.
Yes. +1 attack and the Zealot speed are very good. And he just started the Citadel.
Not against mutants though.
Not, yeah, but you can, like, run inside the Zerg main, I guess. Kill some units.
Or just scout, scout the third and kill it.
Yeah.
I mean, even without the speed, that could be
Yeah.
done easily.
Yeah, you could just pen out. So 4 Mutalisks.
No Corsairs in production.
Single cannon, that's not enough, right? Against 4 Mutalisks.
Yep.
So I guess if the mutants don't attack, then it's okay, but
It would be better to pick a fight with that cannon because it's suddenly 2 cannons that we cannot destroy.
so Zealot counterattack.
Stop the mining.
Also no cannons in the natural, so okay, where is the big line of Zealots going?
There are reinforcement Mutalisks are arriving. This would be better to take out the lone cannon and deny the subsequent cannon.
Yeah, slow Zealots are no match for the Mutalisks. They can't even run away well enough.
Yeah, but the Zealots are going there, trying and then retreating without speed. Is the
Single...
speed being researched?
No.
It should be. It's like warrior army Zealots.
Yeah, I don't know why is he running away with the Mutalisks at this point, but... It's only 2 Corsairs, no Corsair upgrade yet.
Yeah, he could keep controlling the top of the Nexus and the gas. And without gas, no more Corsairs.
Well, the Protoss is not mining gas anyways, so...
I mean, yeah, he left and still no mining. Yeah, that is a problem.
Yeah.
Scourge out.
It's probably completely hidden from there.
So now 4 Scourge are inbound, and the 2 Corsairs are way out from the cannon coverage. That is not good. Those Scourge will just...
Good, that's pool sportsmanship.
Oh, you have to run away from the Scourge!
Great Corsair Micro.
Yeah, the Corsair Micro was fine.
What are you thinking?
Jim needs more
Actually,
cannons.
Now it's defended, I think. 5 cannons in total, 3 Corsairs, Zealot speed is out. Last turret.
You want to imagine what he's buying? A Zealot.
Oh, and just now Jim has scouted the third.
Oh, that's good.
Now he realizes, oh no, I'm up against a Zerg with 2 gases. Or at least 2.
Oh, and the Zerg also went out to the bottom right. Wow.
Yeah, and yeah, with this probe he discovered the base at 7 o'clock and he is taking it out.
Also,
And he
moving
sent all the Zealots down there, so... Now the Zerg knows what's going on.
I think the 3 Corsairs probably would have been better to just leave them at home.
Yeah.
They would just die. Whereas if he put together 6-7 Corsairs, those would easily you'll deal with all the movement Scourge.
The Zerg could just counterattack, but I guess that's not what he's doing. The Zerg is losing a lot of drones.
A lot of Hydrolink has come up. Was trying to come, but there are lurkers. Focus on the
Lurkers will not go up there, so...
Oh! Wow, I didn't realize that. Good point. But they can go hit the Protoss Natural, and there's no observatory anymore for them.
I guess all the lurkers can do is just not let the Zealots out. Okay. Which is good enough, I guess.
Can't fit in the trap.
Zerg has 2-1 upgrades on the Hydroid. We're keeping on top of the upgrade. I guess he built 2 evils to war, so might as well upgrade from them.
So what do we have? Yeah, 2 Hydralisks. Yeah, that's very strong. Okay, more gateways on the low ground because, yeah, from the high ground you cannot put out anything else but zealots.
So Protoss actually has a decent economy at this point because of this damage, but he just needs to not die.
Yeah, and maybe needs to get another gas base.
And still no robotics.
He's going for Templar Archives. And more gates high ground, so there will only be zealots. So you cannot put any other unit out but the zealots through the ramp. Not even DTs go through there, so... And now the lurkers arrive.
Yeah, I mean, it really shows how much, for me, the opportunity was it to not go to the secret expansion, because the natural does not provide them with gas.
But then the mutants can kill the secret expansion also.
Well, but the Protoss has no way to clear that.
Ah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, right.
I mean, you can defend that base with cannons and force shells the same way you're defending this mineral.
Yeah, I guess.
Versus mutants, there's not much difference. This is more difficult to get Templar there, I guess.
Khestral is building 3 hatcheries at the same time.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Amass an army far from the guys.
Still no robotics, nothing is active.
He has lots of zealots.
Things are coming,
But those are going to be great.
they cannot go down. They cannot go down, there's no shuttle, no robotics.
And now the lurkers are close.
He forgot that the Dark Templars won't fit through the ramp.
I think this is the point. I think he must be really frustrated at this point. Oh no, my Dark Templars cannot go down.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a discovery that the DTs cannot go down.
I didn't know that actually. That would have been easy for me.
I also have to figure it out by playing the map. So,
GG.
Khestral takes another victory 2-1. And Sylphid.
1 minute of break.
Yes,
so don't
yes.
start until I'm back.
So, next map is going to be Sylphid. Another 3-player map after these 2 weird maps, I guess. So, what do we know about Sylphid here in this matchup?
We don't know which matchup.
Yeah, right.
I mean, Sylphid has relatively short rush distances.
Yeah.
Also, there's a very narrow choke between the main and natural, but no ramp.
Yeah.
But what conclusions to draw from that, I don't know. Probably it's good to have early regression.
Yeah.
You can keep the other person logged in the main. And also, I think the natural is not that easy to wall for Zerg. I mean, like a SimCity against Protoss is. Anyway, I'm not making too much sense. Sorry, but probably so. It's the natural opening is relatively big, and then the space for the main and the natural is small.
And how about having like a lurker contain on this kind of maps? I would.
Yeah, I mean, you can set up a pretty big arc.
Yeah, because there is a big gap, I guess, in front of your, like between the second and third bases, like natural and the third base. That area is very good for a lurker contain. Okay, so are you guys ready to get into the fourth game here.
Yes.
All right, let's roll the intel row and let's see if Khestral can increase his lead or will Gym Raynor equalize the score here. Alright, so it is Zerg at 7 o'clock and Terran at 12 o'clock. So it's the TVZ. Let's see, what is the plan here from Jim?
Zerg is doing a reverse scout. He's going for the main instead of the natural.
Interesting.
But he's going in the right direction at least, so he will figure out that it's Terran pretty soon. But will he lose the Overlord?
You generally like to scout towards the natural, because then you can hide the Overlord above the ridges, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. And I thought this is going to be a...
That's something new that I learned.
So this is going to be an overpool, or is it going to be an Overlord into 12 hatch, I guess?
I mean, he only has to worry about this if he's playing against a Terran, and there's only one third chance on that. So.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Another 12 hatchery coming up probably. Is it the 11 pool? No,
Yeah.
12 hatchery.
The drone is going out, and...
Terran has building depot barracks, pretty standard. Does he go for an expand or does he go for another barracks?
I would wager that he's going to get another barracks. And yes, I guess.
He's not going for a long game.
Yeah.
Jim.
So can he bunker rush a 12 hatch?
I think he needs to put down the academy at 16 or something like that. Does he do that? Or maybe...
Do you think that's a good placement for the Terran buildings? It looks a bit arbitrary for me, but it might work.
Okay, the Overlord saw the Terran buildings now, so he knows what to expect. First Marine is out and will harass this Overlord, I guess.
Can he make it? And versus one Marine, he probably can.
Yeah.
It's really bad for Zerg to lose the first Overlord. It really goes off the build, so it's good that he just managed to get it out.
And now he somehow also sent a drone scout in. There is no academy yet, so I guess at least he can confirm with the drone.
He needs to be at the academy for this timing to work.
So 6 Lings are out against 4 Marines at the moment. Yeah,
That's
another
still-
supply depot.
Yeah, no academy. Already mining gas.
So we will see very soon how the Terran can micro around his wall, or this micro wall that he set up.
I don't know exactly
Or he
like
wants to block the entrance, maybe.
I don't know exactly like where you can put buildings. There is some unbuildable terrain between the two bases.
Positioning of the Marines was subpar, but it worked.
I guess if the Zerg does not attack, then it's okay. Well, it's only 6 Lings though, so 8 Marines should be able to parry that quickly. And now Engineering Bay. Okay, the Academy is up there. What's the Zerg tech? Creep colonies. And the lair.
I mean, if Zerg just builds three 3 Sunkens and Spire, this Beatles.
Why is another drone here? This guy got lost.
Academy is done, and no research yet. Just okay. Steam is just starting.
Are we having medics? Yes. Okay. These Terran Marines will run into 3, I guess 2 Sunkens and a creep. Well, by the time they get there, it will be 3 Sunkens. So I don't think you can push that without medics, right?
Absolutely not. Even with medics, it's hairy at this point. 10 Marines, 2 medics. Well, Favor is 2 medics. I mean, once he goes up to 4 medics, there is a chance. He's trying for a tank push again.
Yeah.
Please.
This is much better map for a tank push than the previous one was. Okay, the scan goes down in the main and he sees the spire being 2/3 done. And we have already missile turrets being built, so that's nice. He needs to put down a few next to the barracks too.
So at which point do you think the Terran is thinking about moving, claiming his natural?
I don't think he's thinking about that at all.
He's going for the kill. But I think even if it's just 3 Sunkens, once you have 4 medics, 16, 20 Marines, I think that could take it.
Yeah, I guess he has a lot of infantry, and the Zerg is going for a third base.
To win the game with the single base?
I guess, like, at least put on a lot of damage on the Zerg and then expand once the Zerg is, like, crippled. If you lose too much to finish him.
No upgrade no siege upgrade yet.
Oh, yeah.
He has the money. He has the money, but that's the problem for this particular push. But has he reset it already? I don't think so.
Oh, finally, the siege mode research started. I don't like the turret placement that much. I mean, having 4 turrets near the gas, that's okay. But I guess the Zerg is not... Oh, he has Mutalisks already.
And he is again placing all his hopes and dreams on a single tank?
With no siege mode at this point, yeah.
His second is producing, but yeah.
I mean, it will have the siege mode by the time they arrive.
Yeah.
And the Mutas are making their way to the Terran.
Oh, but actually, like, he's approaching in the direction where the turrets are, so I guess I cannot complain much about the turret placement. He might get his supply depot, and that's it.
And also Khestral put the cheeky hidden expansion.
Actually, that's the perfect timing of the siege
does
mode.
not know about.
It was perfect timing on the siege mode. We put it
Yeah.
timed for arrival, so I withdraw my previous comments. Only 4 Sunkens, 1 tank.
And make it sleep.
But the mutants are here!
Yeah, he sniped it.
And the SCV is also here to repair. He wasted a lot of Marines pushing in there. Oh, but the mutants are dead. And 2 more tanks are here, so that's going to be fine.
We have just waited a little bit more for that step. But it still seems favorable for them.
Is it
GG!
Oh, so we go for a final decider.
We had it 3 wins here, so we need at least 2 more games, or even maybe
Wait, what?
Wow.
best of 7.
Oh, best of... Oh, I forgot that.
Yeah, this is best of 7 because semi-final. So, Butter, 2-player map.
Do you think that was already GG? With all the Marine losses? But I guess he didn't have. I don't know.
Yeah, his
That it
army
was-
was very small. The Zerg army was very small. I did not check the main. What did he have in the main?
He just had 3 mutants building, but there were like 6 marines, and if Jim suicide a few more marines on
Yeah.
the Sunkens, then he could have held.
Yeah, I guess
Maybe.
he still had 2 Sunkens that can that still keep the Marines back at least. The Mutas might be able to achieve something. Yeah, interesting question, but I guess the Terran is not dominating economically, right? Because even though the number of the number of SCVs is like 5 more than the number of drones at this point.
Anyway, it was a bad spot for Zerg, so I guess
Yeah.
he felt he probably better to take it to another game.
Yeah, which is going to be on Butter. So Butter, 2-player map with vertical starting locations on the 2 right-hand corners, I guess. Expanding on this map, well, you can expand towards directly your opponent and try to push with expand, or try to expand on the left-hand side, but then it's more difficult to protect both your main and your expansion at the same time. So I don't know, we'll see what they choose here. So, are you ready for the game number 5 here?
Yep,
Let's go.
All right, let's get into this. Okay, so we are in a game. Khestral is on the top position, and we got the Protoss on the bottom right position. Because it's more difficult to see what's going on in the bottom position here, but what can we expect here? Is this going to be another 2-gate rush? I guess on this map that will work better
I'm
than...
just happy that we are not getting rolled any ZVZs, because that would be over too fast.
Yeah. I mean, Jim is not going for the long game in either of these matchups, but yeah, I guess ZVZ would be even quicker than that. Okay, so Protoss is actually not placing the pylon in the expansion. Interesting. The Zerg is sending out a drone scout. Is this going to be overpool or 12 hatch or something?
So if the right distance from the main is very long, if he built that pylon up front, in the natural, I think it would be it would be, I don't know, 5-6 seconds shorter right distance.
Yeah.
Much more easily pressure the Zerg natural, but as it stands, it's not. This positioning is not something that favors the Zealot progression.
Yeah, so I guess Khestral will go for like a 12 hatch here. Yeah. And just sends home the scouting drone. He sees these gateways are far away, but I guess like he will be very late on the spawning pool, right? So maybe the first 2 zealots can achieve something before the Lynx hatch, but not much else.
It's a good
Question
idea
whether
to
they
send
will
out-
be followed by two dozen other zealots.
It's a good idea to send out the probe to see if it's what he's against, because
Yeah.
if there's 6 things on the map, he wants to save the first Zealot, but right now he has to go.
Yeah.
With the first Zealot, he has to go already.
And he does.
Ready them over.
Yeah, we'll see the hatchery.
Yep.
He could have done.
Keep rallying forward. Drones are coming to build Sunkens, I guess.
Yeah.
He wants to fight back with drones? Or just wants to build sunkens?
Maybe both. I don't know.
Or just mining?
Okay, catch the.
No sunkers in production, and already Zealot is there.
Yeah.
Eight things are also being built. So. Wow.
Oh, that was.
This will be close. Nice. This is exciting. Things are coming out. Things are coming.
The drone managed to disrupt the attack against the Sanka, and now the Zealots are surrounded. Okay, I guess he can run behind the minerals. That's always a good trick here versus the Lynx. While
The
this.
Sanka is being built at the same time, so that.
Yeah, the Sanka will be done.
Ouch. Well.
Yeah, it's under control fully now.
These two Zealots have almost no health left, so.
So it was a good idea for Khestral to not produce drones. He was saving the larva, so as soon as spawning pool popped out, he was building 8lings from the two hatcheries.
That's good. I mean, he knew that it's a 2-gate, so he had to do something.
Excursion by the Zealots looked very scary, but eventually achieved next to nothing.
Yeah, I guess he killed one drone, maybe? Forced a single sunken, I guess. Now Khestral is going to put down more.
Also, Jim wasn't building any probes again, so if he forces a bunch of things, a bunch of sunkens, if he's building probes, he could still be fine.
Yeah, if the Protoss should just macro up from this point, I guess. Like, he forced the Lynx, he forced the sunkens.
Yeah, I mean, he's up 3 workers.
Time for capitalizing on the economic advantage.
Well,
but he's like manages to run into the main with a single. Okay, not even a single Zealot. The drones came and captured it.
hero drone.
That wasn't a good idea.
GG!
GG's! What? Kumpol, are you here?
It was a bad spot, to be fair. If Khestral GG on the previous game, it made perfect sense to GG on this game.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so Retro and Khestral is on match point, I guess. So this is. I did not play too many games on this map, so I don't really.
I didn't play it either. I actually banned this because that looked the most normal map of the whole pack.
Oh, yeah, that is actually the most normal map. So, I guess if your strategy is to always play abnormal games, then banning this map makes perfect sense. Okay, so game 6 on Retro. And so I guess the important thing about this map is that this one has only 12 bases in total. So 3 bases in each corner, and your third base is kind of easily defendable if you take the proper one, and getting a fourth is a bit more difficult. But it's not like in these games we really had any game go for 4 bases here, so that won't matter that much. So anything to add before we go into this game?
No?
No?
That's good.
All right, then let's start. So, we are in a game, and Gym Raynor is Terran on the bottom left position here. Khestral top right. Well, I guess, will we see another tank push?
Who knows?
What is going to be
Very,
there?
very, very well. 2 games ago.
Yeah. So at this point, Gym won 1 game with Protoss and lost 2 with Protoss, right? And then won 1 with Terran and lost 1 with Terran?
Yeah, I think.
Am I counting them correctly?
I think counterintuitively, I think Jim's best matchup might be from random might be Zerg versus Zerg. Because he can just, no, maybe not. But I think historically, Jim has had really good instincts
Yeah.
in Zerg versus Zerg. So, and when Khestral doesn't know that it's Zerg versus Zerg, I guess it's
Yeah.
playing this.
I think
Another 12 hatch. It seems Khestral is really comfortable with 12 hatch.
Yeah.
And if Jim had just had Zerg, he could 9 pull this.
Do you think a full-on rush would work if Jim got rolled Zerg?
Yeah. I mean,
That's not-
with the 12 hash, definitely. And Khestral is very comfortable with the 12 hash right now.
Yeah. And Khestral did not seem to fall for the gambler's fallacy, thinking that we did not get Zerg for 5 games, so this must be a Zerg now. I guess if he somehow had a feeling that he's playing against Zerg, he would not do a 12 hatch, I would guess.
I think it was the previous season when it seemed that there was some problem with the randomizer and the randoms kept getting the same race for the whole series.
Yeah, I think Popovaci had like 3 times Protoss playing random. Yeah, I remember that. So the Terran is scouting clockwise, and the Zerg sent out the drone very early, so that this drone scout will reach the Terran base much earlier than the SCV. Oh, but there's already a Marine there, so maybe he can. 2 Marines actually, so this drone will not get him. But he knows it's a Terran.
Not only that it didn't get in, it even died.
Yeah, I guess.
6 things being built.
Yeah, the 6lings are out. Will he send them out or will he use them defensively here? I guess he wants to catch the scouting SCV.
If Jim had built the expansion, he was going one Rex expand. I think he would be ahead just from the fact that Zerg built 6lings. Normally you would build 2 at this point, maybe 4 if you are afraid of a rush.
So you think that 6lings is an overkill?
Well, so against Terran, yes. Against Terran at this point in the game, probably. But Terran is not going for eco, so it's fine.
What? So I guess at this point, bunker rush makes no sense, right? The creep is already down. Colonies are being built, even though he did not scout them. He could think, okay, what's this? Engineering bay is on its way.
Jim forced 2 Sankens
medics
and
will be produced.
so Jim forced 2 Sankens and extra 4lings just from the fact that he moved out with 6 naked marines. So I think
The
Zerg
Spire
eco,
is down.
yeah, the Spire is down.
What's the reason on the natural? Why is he placing it on the natural? What do you think?
So difficult to scan, I guess.
Oh, maybe. Because for defensive purposes it makes 0 sense to put it there.
But I guess the Terran scans the main first, so
Yeah, he actually did scan the main at this moment.
yeah, so he only sees the lair and no other buildings. And the factory.
The Zerg economy is very much behind. It is growing up now, but
Yeah.
that marine move out that paid dividends.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, well, I guess now it's 21 drones versus the 24 SCVs. And the Marines are moving
not
down.
even taking the second guess.
Jim is not building SCVs. I think this is enough. For 2x, 1 factory, this is enough.
Yeah. I mean, still more SCVs than what we had probes for Protoss last 2 games. So.
When this Marine Medic Army just goes to the middle of the map and retreats, what is the thinking here?
Force the third second.
I guess he was expecting to find some Zerglings maybe and just to scare the Zerg into more defensive posture.
This army wouldn't go through, I think, but why move around them?
And
I mean, he did force another sunken, so again, it was worth it. That's a sunken hint that Zerg doesn't really need at this point.
The siege mode is being researched as we speak.
And how many mutants? 5? 4? Only 4 mutants?
That's going to be useful, the siege mode.
Okay, so somehow Jim doesn't like to build a turret next to his barracks. I mean, Khestral did not abuse that until now, so I guess.
Khestral is placing a hidden expansion.
Oh, the Vitalisks got a lot of damage. That was a nice catch.
And this is the cue. This is the trigger to just start pushing. Maybe we have to wait for the second tank, but I think
Jürgen does this single tank strategy.
He did not even start the second tank. Oh no, it's out already.
I mean, he really needs to focus that the mutas cannot catch the tank.
Yeah. Okay. The Marines walking lockstep.
Mutas will try to pick up the tank, I guess.
The second tank.
No.
Okay, this is looking.
Why? The Mutas did not target the tank for some reason.
Yeah, they didn't catch the tank, they were just catching bullets left and right.
Yeah.
So 8 meters out now, and there's no hive on the way. Hydrogen is out, but no lurker upgrade on. Just lurker upgrade.
Somehow it's 2 tanks now.
So if Terran can keep these 2 tanks alive, I think he can get through before Zerg can do anything.
Yeah, but this sunken placement will also slow down the Terran push because he has to unsiege and siege again multiple times before he can kill all the sunks.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you think that's an intentional strategy on Khestral's part?
Yeah, I would think so. He lost versus tank push before, so that must be fresh in his memory.
Very good with the micro. We'll kill a lot of Marines.
Okay, so turret is being placed.
Oh, don't move up.
That's not a good placement for tanks. Yeah, he realizes and moves them down a bit, but now the Marines are in the sunken range. Oh no.
And medics are not with the Marines.
Oh, tank lost.
Another tank coming up. And a few Marines.
Yeah, so reinforcements.
Single tank is arriving.
Oh, the Marines are regrouping into the sunkens. And the tank is not in range, I guess, or just... Oh, it's in range, just did not see that.
You
Sunken.
could try doing an engineering bay for scouting, no?
Oh, nice, but the Mutal is... Okay, so now we have 2 lurkers. Did the Terran see the lurkers over there? Does he know we have lurkers?
Just 1 tank. But only 6 meters as well.
Oh, the 6 Mutalisks are very hurt.
This is so exciting. This is so close. I guess Zerg is not really transitioning. Like, if he can hold, I think the economy is okay. Terror has not expanded.
Yeah.
Another time coming up. Specifically for...
Okay, lurkers are pulling very slow, but I guess the splash damage that is shown.
Terror has a great position.
GG! Gym Raynor takes game 6 and it's 3-3, very close. Everything. And we go back to Aztec as our last map here. Wow, that was very intense. That push was very close, right? I mean, the Newtons took a bit of too much damage, I think, at some point, without achieving much. But otherwise, well played from both of our players. So before we go into the last game, if you are watching this live, say hi in the chat. People are saying nothing in the chat. I guess the games are so good. Everyone's just...
And also push the like and subscribe button, guys.
Yeah. Exactly.
Also, we have a Patreon and an OnlyFans.
Yeah, I should start the OnlyFans. I actually...
To remind everyone to today's sponsors, read Shadow Legends.
And if you need help with your depression, just download this spyware on your phone and I don't know who is sponsoring YouTube shows. I have a Patreon, I registered a Patreon account, but I did not do anything with it, so...
Oh, this was supposed to be a joke, but it seems it hit home.
No,
What about your OnlyFans then?
I did not start an OnlyFans account yet. That is not in the cards at the moment. Okay, so last game on Aztec. So we go back to the... I guess to the same map as the first map. Are you guys ready to get into our last game?
Yep.
And
Super exciting.
let's see, whoever wins this game goes into the finals. So it is for real now. Let's go. Alright, so we are in the game, and the gambler's fallacy paid off. It's Zerg versus Zerg. Gym Raynor at 12 o'clock, Khestral at this bottom right.
And Jim is not rushing, even though it would be an absolutely trashy ending to this series if he just won with a 4 pool or something. And I think that would actually give him a good chance to win this if he just went for the Zergalas.
He can still go for the 9 pool. I'm sure he's realizing that Khestral favors the 12 fetch, but maybe now Khestral will switch it up.
Why is he not rushing? I don't understand.
Why is...
It's a gastric, so it's going to be a spawning pool now. No?
It's going to be I think it's going to be a Lingolin. It's going to be a 10 hatchery Lingolin. But against 12 hatch, that's actually pretty much behind. Oh, it's Khestral will go for the overpool. Oh. Okay, so against that, I think 10 hatchery can work, absolutely.
No, overpool. Alright. He's still droning. So how much does the gastric affect your economy? Getting out an extra drone for the cost of 25 minerals, I guess, or how much you lose?
Yeah, I think the point is that you have 10 drones mining until you get to the 300. So I think usually done in this particular build.
So I guess it's optimized for that. And the expansion for Khestral is also done, and his Overlord will see the creep very soon. Oh, I just saw the creep.
And there's no links built yet, and no larva saved up. So Khestral cannot really punish the hatchery. I think overall it's pretty favorable for Gym because the Khestral is not really ahead and attack behind on the hatchery timing, and doesn't have a lot of links to attack.
Yeah. So 4 links on once, or 4 pairs of links, I guess, for Gym is being made, and Khestral only 2 pairs of links.
Okay, Gym is pulling drones off gas, and Khestral doesn't see that he's pulling off gas. But so this is a link goal in force in action right now. Wow. 4 links, 6 links, 2 being built, whereas 8 are coming up for Gym.
And those,
Reinforcements, 2 hatcheries. Let's see how well the micro is. How good the micro is.
how will it
Khestral
do?
might need a sunken here actually. Once speed kicks in for Gym.
Yeah, okay, he puts down the colony. Jim started the fight here.
Too early to fight. He was on. I think he was behind 2 links, right?
It's only Jim who is buying the speed. That could be decisive.
Yeah, Jim's speed is almost done.
But the Khestral is buying a sunken that could negate the effect of the...
That's yeah, I think.
And the lair is
And
finished almost, so.
And right now both. So the sunken, he let the sunken finish. Yeah, that was an early engage. He needed to wait for those 4 more links and then attack. Now he lost 2 links for nothing, and sunken is up. So spires down also.
Yeah. Is Jim going to have anything versus air?
Jim doesn't even have a lair, and his opponent is already building a spire.
No, it's just a link only, nothing else. That's all Jim's doing is building links and trying to buff.
Well, he has a lot of links, that's for sure. But the Sunken is doing a great job equalizing this situation.
Okay.
So 3 links remain, 2 links remain versus a Sunken. But Khestral...
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Khestral only has 4 links at this point. But he's making 6 more.
So the good timing in this circumstance would be to just wait until Khestral saves up money for mutas and then hit. That's when you have the most power, because when Khestral couldn't. So he could focus on links up to now.
But if Jim does not win this in the next 2 minutes, he won't win it because mutas are happening.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess there's 12 links on the Sunken. 2 Mutalisks are already being made. Jim has 12 plus 4 plus 2, that's and 4 more. So I guess we are at 20 now. But there's still that Sunken which has full health.
He has to go.
Muta is alive.
Yep, he has to go. Is there a Sunken or calling? Evo chamber?
No Evo chamber, I think. I did not see any. And there. And the Sunken is down, so that is good.
Oh, the mutas, 2 mutas are up front.
He's
One is
defending with a single muta.
Wow.
And attacking with 2 mutas.
6 links idle for Jim. But he has no. If he just had one, he's going for lair. He needed an Evo chamber in the calling.
Yeah. Okay, the Evo chamber is getting built.
None of the players have anything.
Zero drones for Khestral. Okay.
Okay, 6 links came out. That's actually crucial. 6 drones. Okay, they will just die.
Could that be an elimination?
He could have cancelled the lair actually. He could have just cancelled the lair, he would have 150 more minerals.
Hey, could it be that the links just ignore the mutalisks can eat everything?
I don't think he has enough. He has enough things.
Again, you need to split, if you split the Zerglings into two groups, one attacking the natural, one attacking the main.
Yeah, he needs to micro everything.
Yeah.
And there are 0 drones in the entire game now.
And the Khestral don't have the money for drones.
He has 2 drones making. Both of them have 2 drones making.
That's 10 links and 3 meters. Wow. This game, guys, this game.
Okay.
Why build the lair, Jim? Why didn't you cancel the lair?
Okay, but Khestral will lose all the drones again, and then now he won't be able to build more.
He started to build a lair and cancelled it.
No, he finished it.
He finished the lair.
Oh yeah, but not on the place where I expected it to happen. Why did he build it there?
3 meters and the dream. 4 meters actually. 4 can force down that spore colony.
Yeah, Spore's already lost some health.
If he just try that, I think the links will come in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Backstab.
but Khestral's... What happened to Khestral's drones?
Died at the link attack. So Jim
But
did a
he
link.
cannot do anything now.
Pull the drones! Pull the drones! Run!
If Khestral is not defeating a spore colony, then it's over for him. He has to defeat that to win.
Yeah.
Wow.
Otherwise, he cannot win this game.
No,
so
why is he pulling the drone there? Why is he pulling the drone there? No!
Is Gym Raynor out of drones also?
I don't think he can kill every building. I don't think he can kill every building. But at the same time, Newton cannot kill it.
Cannot defeat the spore colony, so
Guys,
Jim will win
this is a draw. This is a draw. This is absolutely a draw. 2 Newtons cannot kill that spore. What the hell?
The question is, can Jim kill the lair and the extractor?
Yeah.
If he kills the... But it needs to split the links a bit. Yeah. So the splash damage is reduced.
That's good. He takes some damage, runs away, heals up.
This is one of the dumbest games, and to see it in such a high-profile position. Great.
One muta left. Just 1 muta. Wow.
But that one mutalist cannot possibly kill the
GG!
Khestral, GG's! What? Oh. Yeah, he cannot kill. And I guess...
I wanted to see a rush for a trashy ending, but this was so much better. So is Jim going to be the first random player in the grand finals?
I think so. I don't remember anyone getting in there. But yes, Jim did it with one of the weirdest game. Well, very well played. 4-3.
So, did Khestral suicide his second Mutalisk? Was that it?
I did not see what happened to the second Mutalisk. Yeah.
That must have been it, because
the point was that he had to defeat the spore colony, because otherwise he cannot win.
Yeah.
But it would have still been a draw if he's defending the buildings with 2 Mutaliks.
He had a chance for a draw, but he kind of half-assedly tried to defeat that colony, but he should either commit to defeat it or commit fully to defense. This didn't work. Splitting the Mutalisk.
Wow, that was a great series, guys. Everyone came down to the wire.
That was amazing, really.
Yeah. That was definitely one of the games. All right.
Who says that ZVZ is not exciting?
Yeah, exactly. Like weird things do happen there sometimes. Okay, so we have tomorrow, Nice Micro versus Geras, and Peymate versus Zorro, and Katyakin versus Monster Truck, and Ko versus OK Sure. I don't know what's going on with those.
We haven't played yet, so I cannot give any spoilers.
Something will happen sometime. Okay, so Gym Raynor is in the grand finals. Khestral will play for
you
third
might want
place.
to remind some of those players that they have a match left. I think.
Yeah, maybe I will have to. Oh! And thank you for the super chat.
Super chat.
Wow. I need to press like a heart or something. I don't know how these things work on YouTube. I should have played Terran. Zerg is hard. Try not to fake 300 APM and that will help. Nice.
I think we should have a. Well, did they play already? We should have a Combi versus Khestral grudge match.
Or like a race is reversed.
Oh, but they played already.
Yeah, they played the last round. They should play race swap, I guess. Kumbi Zerg and the Khestral Terran to show us
that would be interesting.
what they complain about.
Nice Micro Leauge show match.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe for the final we can add this match as a halftime show. If the players are willing to do it.
Yeah, but we also have to set up some cameras to see which of the players will smash their keyboards first.
The expert commentary maybe by Kovi.
Maybe Kovi will smash up his keyboard first, even though he's not playing.
We need to bring in the experts.
The experts. Yeah. All right. So, will you be available tomorrow also for the guests?
I will be here. Yeah.
Yeah, I can also come same time, right?
Yeah, same time, but maybe worse games. Yeah. All right,
good, guys. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Thank you for the expert commentary.
Yeah, we were hitting record numbers of viewers with 10 and 11. So
yeah. So I hope everyone enjoyed what we've seen here. So tomorrow we'll have 2 more games, and then whenever the other 2 games are played, that is going to be round 7. And so what we already know... Oh, no, we don't know anything already. So I guess, we don't have anything we know about round 8 at this point. We will figure out something tomorrow, maybe. Like who will play Hasta La Vista and who will play Tapirello, I guess. Okay, so thanks everyone for joining us tonight. And hopefully see you tomorrow. And have a good day. Bye.
bye.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Yeah.